Yes, mic check. Mic check. Are we on? Yes, sir. How you sounding, Thomas?
I think I'm sounding a little okay.
Yeah, you sounded nice. All right, we got them levels going in. Welcome to episode 26.
I think
26. You know what? I'm just going to... Oh, shit, my phone. Episode 26. I'm going for it.
it's
I'm being
26
confident.
whether you like it or not.
Exactly. Fuck out of here, okay? Tired of people telling us. It's whatever. But episode 26, I'm just firmly and strongly believe that. But welcome anyways to a new episode. Of course, right here on the right of me, I got the real Bradley Cooper, Skew, aka the real, aka the real, let me see here. AKA the real Bradley Cooper, AKA the real John Travolta, AKA the real Brad Pitt in the building. At the moment, we don't have the homeboy mailman here.
Melson.
Yeah, Mellow Hype. We don't have him here right now, but like I said, you got the original Dangerous Duo. And it's kind of crazy because with that being said, I know today, this podcast, we're going to celebrate us having 100 fucking subscribers.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I can't even believe it.
Yes, sir. So it's just only right that, you know what I mean? No disrespect to males, but you got to start off with the Dangerous Duo for this one.
I feel you, man.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that.
yes. So shout out to 100 subscribers. Can't wait to get to 200 and so forth.
The sky's the limit.
Yes. Never. I honestly would never even imagine us getting it this far, especially this fast. We
did it pretty fast.
Yeah, we haven't even been out for a fucking year yet.
Damn, man.
I think we maybe just hit the 6-month mark because I think our first episode was like late September, I want to say.
September, yeah.
Yeah, late September. So we just now hitting 6 months. So shit, more power to us. That's how you know just the people tuning in, they just listening. And of course you'll see more of us.
Yeah, I was about to say I've been having people on Instagram hit me up.
Yeah, exactly.
From other podcasts.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's worldwide.
For real, man. It's getting out here, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You already know what's going on. But to the original subject at hand, we was talking a lot of shit while we was getting the microphone set up and all that. Before we get into that part, because we talked about a lot of dope shit. But right off the bat, vibe check. And I know I already said this shit off the mic, but fuck it, I'm going to say it again. You
For
good?
The people, yeah.
Yeah, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I can't complain. I do have one fucking rant real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we don't have Milan here taking up 30 minutes of airspace. I'm fucking with you, man. I'm fucking with you. We love you. But no, you can talk your shit.
All right, so I know you can relate to this shit, but potholes. Just on my way over here, the amount of potholes that I've noticed and had to dodge and risk my life for,
yeah,
it was a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking about the city, but if you're not from St. Louis, you probably don't understand how bad these potholes are. I would go out of the limb and say St. Louis probably has the worst potholes of all time. They're not getting fixed.
They do. Especially, I think it's just mainly, like, because I haven't really been out the city like that, so I really can't talk. I'm only making assumptions. But since St. Louis is, in my opinion, not really a high tourist city, I think a lot of high tourist cities try their best to work on the roads because they got a lot of traffic. But, like, St. Louis only maybe focus on maybe 1 or 2 popping roads.
Right.
Everything else is fucking shit.
And if it's in the hood, then forget about it.
Oh, yeah. Forget about it.
Your shit is falling through.
On me. There, you need some new suspension. Your
alignment.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. It's no need when you come to St. Louis. There's no need to have no fucking hydraulics. You can hit a couple potholes and your shit can be bouncing.
It's like you're on a fucking boat,
man, for real. And then they put the little that bullshit on there to try to cover up that little I seen a
metal thing, the plate.
Not only that bullshit, but I seen a meme about it. They're like they put the little Oreo crumbs.
Oh my god!
Whatever the little coal shit is to try to cover it up, but it doesn't. It only lasts on there for like a week because people hit it and smack it so many times.
It's just breaking.
Yeah, it breaks right off. So I'm like, it's no permanent effort. Just get some legitimate concrete and put it in there.
For real. I mean, at the end of the day, if anyone that's listening has ties to the St. Louis mayor, please just let him know that we need to fix this shit ASAP.
ASAP.
Because if you go anywhere in North or Mid County, especially the Rock Road, you're gonna get pulled over. I've swerved so many potholes in my time in this city that I've gotten pulled over at times because the cop thought I was like intoxicated. And they're like, "You were swerving." I'm like, "Bro, what the fuck? What were you doing?"
Right? Did you not see that shit right there? Like
craters. We're not talking about potholes. We're talking about fucking craters. Comments came down and just.
And shout out to fucking Michelin and every other popping tire. No pun intended. Because not only that, but it's been some potholes I hit and my tire surprisingly was still intact. Like true. When you hit a certain pothole and your car makes a certain sound to where you're like, okay, I strongly believe something's fucked.
I need to pull over.
Like you feel like you hear like a little nut or screw being undone or something. You know what I'm talking about.
A little jingle.
Yeah, you hear like that specific jingle, not like a smack like your fender or whatever getting hit. You know, but you hear like a little jingle where you're like, okay, I think something's fucked. But like that shit comes out cool and you're like, all right. Tires not popped. Okay, everything's looking good. Cause you can look at those potholes and you can tell, like, man, look.
I need that. Dude, like I said, there was a couple on the way over here from the Rock Road where I had to last second decide if I was gonna swerve or just accept defeat.
Exactly.
And I would have popped a tire, so I was like, I have to just swerve. But yeah, so if you come to St. Louis, don't even worry about driving. Don't risk blowing your fucking tires out.
Yeah, that's why people be driving hella fast too, because the science of it is if you drive fast enough, the pothole won't affect you like that.
That's true. You just go over it.
Yeah,
you
like kind of
gliding.
It's like the aerodynamic because like your car moving so fast, your car doesn't have the time to dip, and the pothole kind of just floats.
Right. Hey, that's some real shit. That's STLiens. What is it? Forensics.
That's the STLiens law.
Damn. It's fucking published.
Yeah, for sure. But nah, yeah, watch out for those fucking potholes. Watch out for the road. Oh yeah, also too with all the since we're talking about roads and shit, let me go ahead and add on to this. But since people been hitting the stimulus checks, which this is gonna spin off into another topic I want to ask you about too, because you in the business, so you're gonna relate a lot to this. So real quick, people been getting their stimulus checks, and I know because I can't even talk because I'm one of them low key, but people been getting their stimulus checks and getting new cars. Now, I am a part of that, but on the other hand, people be getting these new cars, but on the other hand, haven't been paying for their fucking tags.
Oh.
So now you have a new wave of expired tags. So usually you'll see like fucking March 15th, 2015, but now people got the re-up and you'll see like February 10th, 2021. So people still have expired tags, but the year is current.
Right.
So
shit.
I've been seeing a lot of fucking those too. So please get y'all damn tags done. It's a new year, man. Y'all need to change over a new leaf.
What's so crazy is how people just drive. Like, you might as well just drive with the unexpired or the expired license that you have, because then it at least looks like you have a license plate. If you're driving around with the fucking paper on the back of your car and it clearly says November 15th, 2017.
Yep.
The cop doesn't even have to fucking scan it. He's just like, oh, okay.
Exactly. Immediately turn the lights on. Like,
so I'm like, just don't even. That's not ballsy. That's just fucking stupid.
That's another reason why people drive fast, because that paper be flapping, so I don't give police a time to fucking look at it.
What the fuck does that say?
But not only that shit, but I wanted to talk to you about this. I was about to say it last podcast, but as always, we always talk about so much shit, I forget about it. But I wanted to talk to you about the stimulus checks. Now, I know being at fucking FedEx, shit has been fucking insane with the shit that these people been ordering. Like, I mean, I damn near delivered hella fucking TVs to apartments that you can just look at at first glance and be like, how the fuck can you fit this shit in your house?
Bro, hold up. FedEx, you deliver TVs?
Yes, bro. We deliver huge shit. Like, sometimes I be thinking we the moving company, because we deliver... I ain't talking about like the cool shit I got. I mean like what they call them, the Omnitrix TVs or the Omni whatever. Those big ass TVs. We deliver fucking bed frames, other like fireplaces.
FedEx?
Yeah, FedEx Ground is. So if you're listening, FedEx Ground is not it. I know we talked about what I got going on, but yeah, FedEx Ground not it. But I digress from the whole thing. But You deliver this shit to these houses, and you're like, how the fuck can these people fit that shit in there?
Oh, it's
Now,
horrible.
Yeah. Now I wanted to ask you that, seeing all that bullshit going on, because these people been going crazy with these stimulus checks. I gotta ask you, because I know you're in the business too. Has that shit affected what you got going on? Like people buying fucking furniture and other dumb shit with these checks.
Has that affected me? And like, do I still want to work there?
No. Like, not only you can answer that too. That's
Wow.
that dope. But the question I was asking is, have you seen the increase in volume, and just like have you seen people order like more dumb shit that you like, dude, why?
Fuck yeah.
Why?
All the time. And on my end, what pisses me off is, since mine's mostly furnitures and like fucking kitchen, like, you know, fridges. It's bad enough the fridge is already fucking 300 pounds, but nobody ever measures their fucking doorway.
They never do.
They don't do
they
it.
Be
And
eyeballing
then,
it.
Right. And then when I tell them, I'm like, yeah, we can't get this all the way up here or in here. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? You know how much money I spent? And I'm just sitting there like, you're the one that didn't take the fucking precaution.
Exactly.
You know, like,
you see the specs on the damn merchandise
Right.
before you buy it. I remember even back when I worked at Bob's, motherfuckers used to do that. We used to tell them all the time. They never fucking listen. Yo, measure your shit before you buy it.
for real. Like,
Because, like, if we can't fit, we're taking this shit back.
right. And then that's the worst fucking part. There's been times where I've carried refrigerators up flights of steps, and then when you get there, you finally realize that it won't fit. So then you got to take that bitch all the way down. And bro, like that shit almost made me quit multiple times. Where I was like, you know what, I might just keep this fridge up here and just leave.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know how many times people order some big shit again. It's always, I don't know what it is, but it's always apartments that order big ass shit. I'll be like, dude, get a damn house. But
And it's always the apartments, man.
always the apartments.
It's
And
like, I don't want to say, because I live in an apartment myself, but if you live in an apartment, you got to make certain sacrifices.
Exactly.
You can't be out here living lavishly to an extent of where you just got to know your place. If you had a house, you'd have a wider door probably. You'd have multiple entries.
Exactly. It's ways to finesse it. Because now, like, when you're delivering fucking apartments, not only you got to deal with, like, staircases or whatever, you got other people living there, too. So now you got other entities that you got to worry about.
Right.
You accidentally smack their door, or they coming out talking about, like, oh, y'all making too much noise.
Yeah, you don't
Other
know who
dumb
lives
shit.
in apartment 3.
Oh,
Or
exactly.
C. They do letters.
Yeah,
C.
you know what I mean? It'd be weird shit. And it, especially when it be raining, too, and I have, like, big-ass merchandise I got to deliver.
Oh, man.
And I be looking up, like, bruh, I would just leave this shit in that little entryway, because you know how most apartments got the first door you go through and you got to buzz in. Like, I
Right.
would leave this shit in here.
You might as well.
I
Shit.
swear to God, like
hey,
this.
since I don't work there anymore, I did that so many times at Amazon.
Oh yeah, me too. Me
Man,
too.
like when you would go to those places or those hotels, or not hotels, but apartment complexes that had the Amazon locker.
Oh my God,
Dude, those were my worst enemy. I would go in there in one apartment complex, the one right across from Shake Shack.
Yeah.
They caught on to it, so every time I would go back, there'd be someone standing there like, "Oh no, I'll just sit here and watch."
Man, fuck
I'm
out of
like,
here. Go back
damn.
to your desk.
Right.
Like, bro, these packages ain't shit. This is not for you. None of these are for you. So why you tripping?
All the time.
That always made me mad too, because when you deliver them, you get a notification. Like, bro, we did our job. We drove this all the way from a station, like 30, 40 minutes away from here. The least you can do is walk down some steps or take an elevator to get your shit.
Right. And has it ever happened to you where, like, if you just delivered to a house at Amazon, you get out, and before you can even go to the next house, somebody will stop you. Like, I've had this lady come up to me in the middle of me, like, driving and turning a corner. I stopped, and she was like, "Excuse me, I'm supposed to get an Amazon package later today. Do you happen to have it?" I was like, "Ma'am, I just got to follow the route.
Exactly,
So I'm
type
going down
shit.
this street. I don't know if I'll come back."
Right.
And she's like, "Well, you need to just go in the back and just look at mine, and then, I can just get out of here." And I just looked I'm like, "Are you crazy?
Hey, who the fuck you think you are?
You
Like,
want me to get in the back of this van and just fucking sift through
Exactly.
envelopes?"
Stop what the fuck I'm doing to help you. Like, no, I tell customers all the time, I'm like, bro, like, when I get to the package, I will give it to you. It will be on your porch. You will get a notification. This is 2021. You can check your email, check whatever, and it will be right there for you. How
And
you
just
just said.
the fucking impatience, man. People that think others have to do whatever they want, they think the world owes them something. Biggest pet peeve.
I hate that shit.
Hate it.
That shit pisses me off. I'd be like, dude, just it's a ton of other fucking vans around here. It's on some truck. It will come here.
It could be that guy. It could be me. Bless you.
Oh, thank you. But it's oh my god, it's whatever.
No, but yeah, don't. In order to be an Amazon driver, in order to be any delivery driver, fuck Amazon. Any driver. There's a lot of shit you're gonna have to deal with. Just a lot of bullshit. But you get to drive around, so that's cool.
Yeah, you get to drive around, and yeah, like I said, that is real decent. It's real nice at times, but you really learn how impatient people be.
Right.
And it's funny because seeing other people's impatience teaches me how to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And I just be sitting there. I'm like, okay, you got these grown ass people tripping off a small envelope, however you want to say it.
Right.
But you get what I'm saying. Like, you got people tripping off of that, and I'm like, okay, it teaches you patience. And it's like, okay, I learned about that shit, and then I just start thinking, like, man, some of the shit I do be stressing over, I'm like, it's not even that much worth it, bro.
Fuck no, dude.
Because when you're from the outside looking in, when you see somebody stressing over something little, it don't even have to be about, like, how we talking about with Amazon, but it can be in life in general. You can see someone stressing over something real small, like, from you looking at them. And you looking, and you like, damn, like, you really stressing over that? Right. When you see someone do that, it makes you think, like, damn, the shit I'd be stressing over, or the shit I'd be irritated about, ain't that big either.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so, you be learning from other people's shit, That's what my head be thinking.
That's some real shit.
But yeah, for real.
I agree with that.
Yeah, so shout out to Uncle Biden giving out those stimulus checks, man.
Does it actually say Joe Biden on it?
If you get the check, you do. If
I was about to say, I got my check, but I never looked at it.
Nah, my shit, when I looked on my fucking deposit, that shit was like Congress. It was like some legitimate government shit. I was like, oh, damn. It was like Congress government. I was like, oh, okay, cool, bet. First, I thought it was like a motherfucking withdrawal. I thought it was like a negative 1,400. I was finna do my heart drop. But it was
fucking cease and desist.
You know what I mean? Like, they finessed me. I was like, fuck. But nah, it's cool, though. I mean, shout out to Uncle Biden for dropping that.
Yeah.
Shout out to everyone that's using the stimulus checks for something like actually positive, good going on with their life.
The way I see it, and I guess you could use this excuse for a car, but make sure your stimulus goes towards something that's gonna make you more money.
Mm-hmm.
At first I was oh man, I can buy
a yacht.
I can buy new clothes. I can buy a game. The list goes on. But I'm like, hold on, I need to get something that's gonna make me more money in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, a car. If you didn't have a car, that makes your chances of getting money harder.
Right.
But a car, that works.
Just as you said, something to make you money or something to actually elevate you.
Right.
That's the main thing. Just something to help elevate you. Like, if you were to get this, like, okay, cool, this opens so many doors up for me.
Exactly.
Because one thing I kind of noticed off these stimulus checks is that when we got the first round of it, a lot of people automatically went and just started spending it. Mm-hmm. At the time when I had my first stimulus check, I had the old joint, my old car, and I had some shit I had to get fixed with that one.
Yeah, of course.
But I remember when the first round of stimulus checks came out, people was just buying whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first round, and I think we got the second round of the 600, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, and then the second round came, and people were still spending, but they wasn't spending as much as the other joint we got.
Right.
But one thing I did notice with this one is that a lot of people, I wouldn't say like they're not spending it as heavy. Of course, how we just talked about with FedEx and all that shit that people ordering shit. But I just learned and seen that with this new round of the stimulus check, that people are actually like saving it and not spending it as much.
That's good. Oh shit. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, make sure that front. There you go. So we can get you in. Yeah, perfect. But yeah, I noticed people like this time around are just kind of putting it in the mattress and kind of just tucking it in,
which is good.
Mm-hmm.
You always have to have a security account,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just something in the tuck. But I've been noticing that with a lot of people. So hopefully that means that people are actually starting to think a lot more clearer and not actually just cashing out a whole bunch of shit.
I think COVID helped a lot of people mentally. We came out stronger people.
Yeah, we did. Because like I say, even we were talking about it off the mic, but it's crazy because just this moment last year, we was damn near, or we wasn't even damn near around this time. We was on lockdown.
Yeah.
Like we was on lockdown. Like shit was fucking closed, and it's crazy seeing this year come up now, and like the moment that we're in, and we're seeing people outside communicating. People still got their mask on, or at least the right people do. But you just see a lot of people enjoying life.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because how you just said, like, COVID, COVID opened people's minds up and made people figure out themselves, or forcefully made people figure out themselves. I seen that even this year, this time, that even though shit is not all the way open just yet, at least here in St. Louis, like, people are appreciating what's little of, what's open now. So, like, people are actually starting to appreciate stuff.
Fuck yeah, man. And the main thing also is that, I was saying it earlier, driving through Forest Park and U City and all that, I noticed that even before COVID hit, there weren't a lot of people outside. Like, there were, even on, like, sunny days. But after COVID, if you go down to Forest Park on a weekday even, that thing is fucking packed.
It's packed, man.
It's packed more than usual. It shows me that COVID caused everyone from being shut in the house to be like, you know what, let's go out and fucking enjoy life.
I'm telling you, because like I said, we've been fucking trapped in a house for a year. Like, battling ourselves, like, battling the fact of, like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to work tomorrow. Like,
right. Yeah. Shout out to all the people that got fucked over and lost their jobs. I hope you guys bounce back.
Yeah, for real. Most definitely. Because that shit was intense. Because, we talked about even on on one of the other episodes just how crazy last year was for both of us. So, I mean, just seeing where we're at right now, the world and just the society as a whole came a long fucking way.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of weird. And it's kind of crazy just thinking that was just last year and how fast time moves.
Yeah.
That in a year where people are outside and they have vaccines for this shit now, and just like the whole feeling and atmosphere is different.
Yeah, right.
So, that shit was crazy. But I meant to say, though, with that being said, with the COVID and the Corona shit going on, how do you feel about the venues opening back up, about concerts? Are you confident enough to go hit a concert? Like, if you see an artist or whoever's touring?
I think so, man. I would probably still wear a mask.
Of course. Yeah,
but if I could go to a concert, fuck yeah. I mean, shit, even places like, the Handlebar, that's opening back up. Shout out to the Handlebar. But, I feel pretty good about it. I'm not going to be too hyped about being in the mosh pit of the fucking concert.
Of course.
'Cause I ain't having nobody breathe on me or punch me.
Oh, yeah, none of that shit.
Coughing
on niggas.
Right. Coughing, dude. Coughing is considered a fucking biological weapon now.
Exactly. This shit, we're not fucking around.
Nukes.
I'm coughing on all my ops.
That's fucked up, man. See, that we need to put that in a movie. Instead of an execution scene, guy just, during COVID, just coughs on somebody. He's like, no.
Yeah, you got to cough on the bullets before you put them in the clip.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Shoot them with the bullet that you coughed on with COVID. That way it not only goes through them, but while the bullets are passing, I'm assuming that the COVID cough germs fuse in with the fucking blood.
Yep.
And then you have COVID.
Yeah, you get that COVID faster than the bullet.
Damn. Bar. That shit's hard, man.
Yeah.
Put that in a movie.
I'm telling you, dog. Cough on that shit. Coughing on all my enemies. Bacteria, bitch.
When we cough on our enemies.
But, yeah, man. So, shout out to everyone that got through a rough year of COVID last year. And this year will be better for everybody. But I also wanted to say real quick, because this is like my small little rant, since you had yours earlier. And we're just getting our shit off. Let me see here. Because we already kind of touched up on this, but I'm gonna just circle back on it again. Phone, shut up. But now being 24, being in our mid-20s, I got the dreaded call from my mother like a couple weeks back. And this rant is gonna go in so many different circles, but fucking I'm gonna try my best to line it up as I can. But I got a call from my mom like a couple weeks ago, and when I was on the phone with her, she asked a question that usually most mothers would ask like their child at this age. Yo, I know you're not going back to school. I know that shit's like down in the fucking gutter. I know that. So like, what are you doing with your life? And that made me think for a moment, because in my mind, I know what I actually want to do in my life, and I know what I want. But that goes back to what we always talk about off mic or just when we're, together.
Yeah.
The stuff that we want to do, at least the stuff I want to do, is creative, and like it's a part of a certain type of area that the common person's not used to.
Yeah.
So, of course, like when my mom asked this question, I just said some bullshit. And I was like, oh, yeah, the delivery game is good. Because, you can't tell your mom, like, hey, I want to be a popping producer or a popping podcast or whatever. Because, again,
Right.
that it's this area people don't know about.
So it makes you grind harder. You need to go through that in order to.
Exactly. So it's just like when she said that, it made me think about that type of stuff. And then it just started to make me think more of just how much people's lives varies and how different people live. Because right now at the moment, even though and it's crazy how it happened too, because we just hit the 100 subscribers and whatnot, but
Right.
it just made me think, like, right now we're starting that journey to build this empire or this kind of thing that we're doing. And to us that get the vision, we know what we want this to go into. I know what I wanted to go into. You know what you want to go into, and that goes with any of our ventures we have going on.
Right.
So it's just hard trying to explain this type of stuff to people, especially that don't understand it, because we live in a world to where so many people take, and I'm not gonna say the easy way out, but they take the normal way out.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think about, like, okay, you leave high school, you go to college, get your little degree in, what you want to get into, and then you start life. But in this area, it's so dim because it's not really a certain format that we can follow. We just kind of just keep throwing shots in the dark until it hits something.
Right.
So pretty much, with that being said, it just kind of I can't even think right now, but lost train of thought, but whatever. It just kind of made me think of just when you kind of have certain ideas and certain things that you want to do in life, you kind of see like where some people really don't understand that at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So
It's the older generation mostly,
yeah.
because they come from an era where they have to actually work for the rest of their life too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too. Like, again, it's like it's kind of hard to explain the field to somebody to someone that really doesn't understand it, because like, you got to have a certain vision for it, and you got to see it a certain way, and sometimes you got to take certain paths where you go against the grain than just going.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
I mean, all the greats, even in music, it's not like their parents at one point were like, oh, you can do whatever you want. We know you're going to be a famous rapper.
Yeah, that's true, but it's just,
like,
it's just that's crazy, because I know so many people that's creative, and I know so many people that are like in that field, but that's what separates the people that actually want to do it to that other section, because a lot of people can be kind of steered away to not doing it because of that exact reason, because people don't really see it like that. And
that's how people grow up and become doctors, because their parents are like, you're gonna be a fucking doctor.
Yeah, exactly, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. So it's just people need to understand the growth in it, and they may not understand it at the moment, but it's just one of those things where it's like, look, just give me a moment and I'll show you.
Right.
Because a lot of people are used to a lot of people not used to throwing shots in the dark. They just used to being like, okay, I'm going to just pick this path. I see where the path goes, so I'm going to just go there. They don't want to take the path where it's just like, covered up by trees and bushes and whatnot.
Right.
So pretty much with that whole thing being said, like just having that question asked by my mom, it just made me kind of think and reflect on things, and how you just said before, it drives you more to do better at the craft that you're doing
As
now.
always.
And with that being said, to anyone that does create, no matter what type of thing that you do, just keep on going and completing that shit. And if you actually, one thing I learned is if you actually got a passion within you, like if you actually feel that shit and you see the picture, because we was talking about this too, but if you see the picture for it, if you see your vision for it, then go ahead and keep, doing it. Because, we on the type of path that we on right now is, towards something great. So, just keep doing what you're doing.
Don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're one of those people that are like, all right, I get the hint, I'm just going to stop, then it was never for you to begin with.
Right, exactly.
I don't care even if you're going at it for like 4 years straight and you still don't see an improvement, if you still give up, it's just like, all right, well, you're not determined anymore,
Mm-hmm.
Some people can't do certain things, but if you have your mindset to it, I think you can do it.
For real. Because it's just like I always say, if it takes 10 plus years to become a doctor or a lawyer, why can't I just put 10 years into my craft and make that shit something?
That's a good point.
For real, man. Because, a lot of people don't understand it until it happens, A lot of people won't understand, the podcast until it hits over 100,000 subscribers, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
People won't understand the music until it hits over 1 million views. People won't understand the photos until it hits them to that certain gallery or that, certain outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just one of those things where you just got to keep grinding for it and never lose that vision. I appreciate everyone that does like check in and be like, okay, what you got going on? But it's like, all right, I see the vision. You gonna see it too, but you just don't see it now.
One day you'll see.
Yeah, exactly. And then that led me to another thing, and this is like the last little part I got, is that being at the age we are now, I just realized that a lot of people are starting to move into a different transitioning into adulthood, because you got a lot of people our age that's starting to graduate college. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are starting to go into that level where it's just like, okay, I have like the job that I went to fucking school for, so now like they want to have families and start building families and start having that section in their life start.
Right.
Then I figured out that shit because I started seeing that shit on my socials, and then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, damn, like here it is being the fucking outcast again, because now you see that stuff and then like you thinking like, damn, and I'm not on the right path yet. But then you realize like, oh, okay, it's just again how life works. You just got two different paths for people.
Yeah.
Because it's just crazy seeing that shit starting to happen now. Because
everybody we know from school is pretty much either married or has a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. But
it's definitely nothing wrong with that. It's just crazy seeing like how people lives moves. Again, anytime I'm spectating some shit and just see how life moves, it always intrigues me. Because here I am going one part of my life and I'm seeing someone live a whole different part, and I'm just like, damn, like in 10 years maybe I'm going to be living like that. And it's just like crazy seeing how different people's lives are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just the fact that I don't know, man. I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's just again, it's just some mind blowing shit. It's just
the people that do live that lifestyle, it becomes a problem if you're married or have kids or both. But you look at people that aren't in that situation and are still living the life they're living, and your first thought is, oh, they just haven't grown up yet.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a little bit of some jealousy.
It does, because
you're like, damn, man, I kind of wish I was back in that situation.
For real, because, and again, that's a good point, because a lot of people's lives move faster than others.
Yeah.
So a lot of people really wasn't ready to be in that marriage, ready to have that kid, so they may see people like us doing the things that we do, and maybe, how you just said, may have a little bit of jealous type of words toward us.
Right.
But, excuse me. But it's just, and that drives me to not be in a predicament to where I end up being in that situation.
Right.
Because it's been plenty of times I told, in this example, of course, like women I was close with before, just letting them know, like, look, it's nothing against you. Like, I do want to get married. I do want to have kids someday. But in this generation, definitely, and you can attest to this, in this generation, a lot of people don't understand patience and growing yourself.
Oh fuck.
Because a lot of times I'll be, especially when I'm talking to somebody romantically, it'll be like, I'm not saying to hold off on things because like I don't want to fuck with you. I'm transparent. I'm transparent. If I didn't want to fuck with you, I say it. But
Right.
people don't understand the concept of just growing to build yourself and then being ready to take that next step. And that even goes back to what I was saying before. Like people, especially now, people graduating college and everything, they're ready to take that step.
Right.
And that's the reason why, like, I was just thinking about what my mom asked Heavy, because I'm not ready to take that step, because what I feel like I want to do creatively is not at that level to where it's just like, okay, I'm comfortable now. Mm-hmm. You may be comfortable because, yeah, you spent the 4 years getting your degree and now you're set. That's cool, but this kind of institution that we in right now is not like college. It's way different. There's no credits to this. You know what I mean?
Right. It's strictly willpower.
Yeah, it's strictly willpower. So it's just like, again, going back to how life, different people's lives work out, and just trying to, understand people. And a lot of times people kind of just don't understand where you come from, which it used to make me like mad and irritated, but now I just understand it. Like,
Right.
look, you just see life a certain type of way. You don't see it from our, point of view.
Yeah.
But it's,
I mean, at the end of the day, I know people that went to school for 6-8 years, graduated with their masters, have great jobs, and are living great. And I also know people that never went to college, or flunked out of college, or dropped out of college, and are even greater.
Yeah, exactly.
So have more money, or they're just bigger status. It's just depends on what you want to do in life. But if you start hating on somebody for the other thing, then yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, man, for real. That shit's petty right there. It's just because you don't see someone else's point of view doesn't mean it's it's the wrong one. But yeah, that was pretty much my little rant for today. It's just that whole thing just made me think about, no matter what age you are, if you got a vision of where you want to put yourself at or where you see yourself at, just have that shit be your guide for it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, especially in life, are going to try to throw checkpoints and benchmarks on your life. Like, oh, you should be here at this age, this and that. Like, nah, like whenever life gives you that chance, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, when that chance comes, you'll get it. It's not no checkpoints in life where it's just like, okay, when I'm 27, I get this. Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
Not at all.
Because, I know I know people that was millionaires at 18. I know people that was millionaires at 35. You know what I'm saying? It all just goes back to the type of person you are and just like what you want to do. So that whole thing is, don't be tripping off what different benchmarks people be putting on,
Don't pocket watch.
Yeah, don't pocket watch and don't vision watch. Yeah, somebody got a plan. They're gonna make that shit work. For real. Like, don't be ask me what the hell's going on in my life. My shit, I'm floating above water right now. Just, you'll see what's going on later when that vision is out there.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Exactly. So it is what it is. And then on the funnier note, with that being said, yes, women, are you listening? If you're listening right now, I'm getting my shit together. So don't come to me talking about, hey, I want to have a baby, I want to get married. Holla at me when I'm like 32. We'll see what's cracking.
Ditto.
That being said, man, of course, there's always another excellent and great episode.
Of course.
You already know. That wraps it up for episode 26. Again, if I fuck it up, you'll see it in the title. But, yo, I'm just throwing the confidence out there. I already know what's going on. But that wraps it up. Before we head out, Thomas, you got anything you want to say to the people?
Fix the potholes. Because that shit it's terrible.
FTP.
FTP. Okay. Fuck FTP. The police.
Before I get the SMG. You know me. Same old R. Lee. Hey.
Yo, FTP, fuck the police, but it's also fix the potholes.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Fuck the police, fix the potholes.
Fix the potholes. Fuck
yeah,
it.
You gotta
start making. I'm gonna start making the shirts.
You got it. But yeah, fuck the. God damn it. Fix the potholes. Fuck the police, especially the crooked ones. Yeah, that wraps it up for today. I ain't got nothing else. You already know what's going on. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to our 100 subscribers.
All 100 of you.
You already know what's going on. That is that's not even a small classroom no more. That's damn near a fucking.
That's a small village.
That's a small. Again, that's a small village. That's a small village.
Together we make a community of a small village. We could technically go rent out somewhere in Vietnam.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just have a whole
huddle up there.
kickback with 100 niggas. But yes, that wraps it up, man. Shout out to 100 subscribers. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate the listens, the likes, the comments, all that good stuff. And again, until next fucking Sunday, or y'all will be hearing this on Tuesday. Until then, we out of here.